Greetings and salutations. And before we get this started, let me do, Mike's Hard Seltzer Mango. And I'm going with seltzer because it has less calories. And summertime, some of us are kind of chubby and we're trying to lose weight. But as always, let's see. Oh, yeah. And I got out of work and I went to go see the new Jordan Peele film called Nope. And boy, I'm just going to do as usual for a film like this. Just got out and get my hair wet and stuff. But my lazy review of this film called Nope. And, well, spoilers, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to do a big breakdown. I'm going to spoil this. If you care that much, I would say wait until a couple of days or wait till you see this, as always. But did I have a good time? Nope. Did I enjoy this film? Nope. Was I bored as all hell and did I fall asleep twice during this film? Yep. Now, what is the premise of Nope, and why the hell did I fall asleep for, and just why did I not have a good time? And before I even get into that, I couldn't help myself but to check other reviews since I'm new to this stuff and I don't have a high fan base by any means, just friends and family so far. And I'm sitting there, I'm checking out comment section, and I'm looking at people trying to get this like deep hidden meaning into this film, and I couldn't help but just, I'm going to pull this up for you guys, show that clip from Family Guy from a while back where they're riffing on American Beauty. And if you ever see that film, it's the part with the plastic bag and all the beauty in the world and the complexity, and Peter's doing it, and then you see God just like, there's no complexity, it's a fucking a plastic bag, calm down.
It's just some trash blowing in the wind. Do you have any idea how complicated your circulatory system is?
And that's how I felt with this film. Like, I didn't hate it, but again, I just felt it was the first half extremely boring. In the second half, it does pick up a little bit, but nothing that like I just would recommend to anybody. Like, if you want to check it out one time as a rental, I'd say go ahead out of curiosity. But I would tell my friends and family, just nah, honestly, skip this. And it's one of the films where ask me tomorrow, hey Chris, remember that movie Nope? And I'm like,
Nope. Nope.
Kinda. I mean, I brought a couple beers into the theater, and even those couple beers still to make this movie like watchable and enjoyable.
Boring.
So what is it about? What's going on? Well, if you've seen the trailers, it's basically they're on a ranch and Daniel Kaluuya is playing this character of OJ, well, that's what they call him, and his sister is Kiki Palmer, and you have Stephen Young from The Walking Dead playing this guy called Ricky. They keep showing different flashbacks when Ricky was a childhood star, and this allegory with this chimp and stuff, and basically this chimp went on a friggin' mad spree and beat a bunch of people up and maim people and stuff, and I guess it kind of plays into the overall plot later on. I didn't really, care that much about it. And it's basically, if you've seen the trailers, there's a UFO and it's terrorizing their ranch. And that's pretty much it. Review is over and just thanks for coming.
Goodbye.
No, but that's I kept checking my phone, and the first half hour is just talking about character development, them being younger, and of course I'm not mad at Jordan Peele for this, but it often happens where you have to have some references into like black ranch owners and black people in Hollywood and black, and just we get it, we know it's Hollywood and it's underrepresentation, just it's got to be in every single film, and we get it.
We get it.
After that, though, the plot is basic, and sometimes basic plots work, and sometimes, for me, basic plots can get boring. It's just, they're trying to get footage of a UFO. They're trying to, well, some people are trying to get rich, some people are doing it for art form, and I guess, I don't know, people just, to read into this too much, I felt like, with this whole, like, allegory to real life. We see it all the time, some asshole on TikTok wants to, like, eat a bunch of fucking Tide Pods for their 1 million views. Even on YouTube, I see it all the time. Recommended YouTube feeds where some idiot's like, "Hey, I starved myself for a month and I need 10 million views," or like, I don't know, I slept in a coffin for a month, and just for me, it's just never taken any kind of skill or like labor or like even I don't know, like ingenuity to sit there and just do basic stupid stunts for basically your quick 15 minutes of fame, and everybody's looking for it now.
You famous?
One could say that, well, extraterrestrials and UFOs, people forever have been trying to get, like, proof. They've been trying to get footage. They've been trying to get, like, confirmation that these beings exist. And, there's some of that there, and that's why I feel like, it's just people, you're reading into something way too much that's just not there.
Not there. Not there.
Now, in terms of the tension and the horror, I'm sorry, but like I fell asleep in the first half and even the second half. It just didn't have me engaged. These characters, I didn't care enough about them. I feel like if you want really good tension and horror, go back and watch the first Quiet Place. Hell, when A Quiet Place came out, well, even the second one, but the first one, it was more of the first time experience where like the way John Krasinski was sitting there in like certain scenes, he would just kill all the sound, or just certain scenes were just the tension, and you have these beings, actual alien beings, hunting down this family, and just people, at least when I was in the theater, the whole theater is like pitch black, it's quiet, everybody's like scared to fucking crunch on popcorn. Like you can just
Popcorn.
feel the energy and tension, and like the first Quiet Place, and then the second one, the second one's a little bit more action packed and stuff, which I didn't hate it, but I felt like the first one in a theater, especially a sold out theater, was just a lot better. And this one, I didn't get that. I just like, I mean, the way everything goes down, I'm just not feeling all the tension and building and just suspense that I felt in A Quiet Place.
Sorry.
It's not to say that for me this film is bad. I didn't find it bad by any means. I just felt it flat out boring.
Boring.
Just like, I'm bored.
Don't fall asleep.
The payoffs weren't really there. Don't expect any kind of like, explanation of like alien beings or like where they came from or what they want. It's just like, and for the most part, it is cool seeing the UFO that you see in the trailers. And again, like I said, I'm going to spoil this. You're seeing the UFO and, the shots of the UFO during the daytime and the way it's zooming in and out. I did like it. The special effects, they do look good. I'm not debating that. But what is it here for? What's going on? I mean, you never really understand that. There's so many unanswered questions. And, some people could say that some questions are better left unanswered, but I mean, at least answer some. And that's what it is. Like the UFO, the aliens, it's the spacecraft that's itself. You never see anything but the spacecraft. The spacecraft can like take different forms and different shapes, but that's it. The entire film, it's one UFO object, and that's it.
Oh, come on!
The entire time I was just and the payoff in the end, that's what it is. Some people get killed, some people do stupid shit, like some idiot, like, who's whatever, taking a selfie. And I guess there's that allegory, if you want to get into that, where, hey, listen, I'm gonna climb a tree or something, or like I'm gonna be on like the side of a mountain. And I see it all the time in the New York Post. Some asshole like, is like trying to take a selfie next to a fucking grizzly bear and gets eaten. There's some of that in there. And maybe that's some people, that's not me, that we're reading into this so much, we're like, what will people do for their 15 minutes of fame? And in the end, that's basically what happens, friggin' some people die, some people live, you get the shot, you get the proof that you're looking for, and that's pretty much it. And just, for me, it was just like, okay.
Impressed.
So I'm not going to tell anybody to sit there and hate this film or not like it, and maybe you want to read into this allegories more than what they are, but for me it's just like, I felt like, Jesus, I could have been watching Top Gun Maverick again, or just I want to catch up on The Gray Man on Netflix, or just something more with substance to it. And again, like there's A Quiet Place 3 is coming out, I'd rather watch that. I'm not saying Jordan Peele's a bad director by any means, and I just feel like some people, they're just going to like read so much into this film. And one last thing, it just, the allegories and the meanings that some people I'm seeing in the comment section, it just reminds me of the episode of South Park when Butters, he made that book of like Scooty McButterballs and stuff, and just, it was just, kids being stupid and trying to be offensive for the sake of being offensive, and all these adults, they're just sitting there, they're reading through the book, and they're trying to explain this, and they're trying to like understand the hidden meaning behind this book and author, and it's just a bunch of fucking 8-year-olds just doing stupid shit and being as filthy and raunchy as possible, and you guys are trying to read into it so much more, and just, I don't know, like I said, for me,
When the pee got mixed with the poop, it smelled like a butt.
I'm not saying dislike it. I went and saw it. I used my Regal Unlimited app. If I paid for this, I might be kind of pissed off. I even brought, a couple of beers in. Didn't have a good time or anything. And as I would say, if I never watch it again, I'll lose no sleep over this. If someone even mentions this to me again, I wouldn't care. And I would tell all my friends, guys, just like, if you're curious one day, check it out at Redbox, maybe on cable TV for free. But just going to see this, damn sure, waste of money. And as somebody who's blue collar and takes his paycheck seriously, I would not pay for this shit. I'm sorry.
Don't go!
In the end, guys, as always, quick laser review. I got so much going on, so much so much to catch up on, and just, you think I'd be getting better at this shit by now, and I'm trying. I've got a couple of new subscribers. Awesome, thank you. And I'm trying to give you guys, as usual, my honest opinion.
I'm being honest.
As I always am honest, I went out to the theater myself, went and saw it, came back, and just, this is my laser review. And that's pretty much it as always. I'm going to finish some Mike's Hard Mango, hit this up, and
It's time to drink up.
I'm heading back to work.